class, we have discussed what exactly a profile, what is the use, and why should we go for the profiles in Salesforce, what exactly the profile contains, and what we can do with the help of profiles we have discussed. But already we have discussed, whenever if you want to create a new user record, or if you want to add a new user, then mandatorily we need two things. First one is a license, second one is a profile. So whenever if you want to add a new user inside the organization to access your Salesforce organization, we need two things, license and profile. Without license or without profile, we can't create user record. We can't add any users. Whenever I'm going to be creating a user by assigning a license, license will be granting full permissions to the user. But in this case, to restrict those permissions, to control those permissions, we are using the help of profile. So in between the user and the organization, we are having a profile where profile decides which features this user can access. Like profile decides what applications this user can access, what objects the user can access, what tabs the user can access, what fields the user can access, and then what operations the user can perform on each and every object, what page layout the user can access, what record types the user can access, what general permissions, custom permissions, system permissions, administrative permissions, session settings, password policies, login IP ranges, login hours, Apex classes, Visual Force pages, named credentials, external data sources. On everything, we can grant the permission by using a single place that is called as profile. So by using the profile, we can able to grant the permissions on all these features to the user. Now, in this case, each and every user should be associated with a profile, but one profile can be assigned to multiple users also. Now, now, in this case, when coming to the profile is nothing but a component which contains a set of permissions can be assigned to the users. To how many users? To either one or more number of users. That means the same profile can be get assigned to one or more number of users. Because for all these people, for both the people, I want to grant the same permissions so that we can assign the same profile to the user itself. Now, so that between user to profile, we have one-to-one association. One user can be associated with only one profile, not multiple. But one profile can be assigned to multiple users also. Because inside the profile, we have configured some set of permissions. The same permissions I want to assign to the multiple people also, so that we can assign the same profile as well. That facility is available inside this. Now, as part of these profiles, we have two types of profiles are available in Salesforce. We have two types of profiles. First one is standard profiles. Second one is custom profiles. Standard profiles and custom profiles. Same story. Okay, again. What do you mean by standard profile? Standard profiles are nothing but the ready-made profiles which has been given by Salesforce by default. By default, Salesforce is providing a set of ready-made profiles to you by default. Okay, Salesforce provides a set of ready-made profiles to you by default here, which are called as standard profiles. Like for example, it is having the profiles like standard user profile and the standard platform profile Okay, standard platform profile. Authenticated user profile. Read-only profile. Custom sales profile. Custom service profile. Like that, Salesforce has given so many profiles to you by default, which are called as standard profile. So in these profiles also, they have configured the permission. If I'm assigning these permissions or profiles to the users, then at that time, in future, if you want to extend the permission, then we can't do that. Because whatever the standard profiles has been given by Salesforce, those can be extendable up to some extent, not all. Inside this profile, we are granting the permission. So all the permissions are not editable. Only few permissions will be editable inside this standard profile. So that here, standard profiles, we are not assigning to the users. Standard profiles, we are not assigning to the users. So Salesforce is purely recommending to you, don't assign any standard profile to the user. Please create your own custom profile and assign these custom profiles to the users. Okay, please assign the custom profile to the user. Who is creating this custom profile? That will be creating by the administrator or the developer. Okay, either the Salesforce administrator or the Salesforce developer will create their own profile by cloning an existing one, which is called as custom profiles. So what do you mean by standard profile? Standard profiles are nothing but the ready-made profiles which has been given by Salesforce by default, which can be extendable up to some extent. Okay, we can extend these profiles up to some extent. All the permissions, all the options inside these standard profiles can't be editable. So that here, Salesforce is always recommended to you, don't assign any standard profiles to the users. Please create your own custom profile and then assign that custom profile to the user. Why? Because is whatever the custom profiles that we have, we can able to customize this custom profile fully, and then we can able to remove that custom profile if it is no longer required for you. If you're not using that custom profile anymore, if you're not referencing this custom profile any place, then we can remove that custom profile from your organization also. That flexibility is available. So that standard profiles can be editable up to some extent, but these can't remove. But custom profiles can be fully editable. Along with that, we can remove that custom profile from your organization as well. That facility is available to you. So that don't go with that standard profiles. Always create your own custom profile and assign the custom profile to your users. Okay. So upon creating the users, don't assign that standard profile. Please assign custom profiles.
Sir, what do you mean by some extent?
Some extent in the sense only a few options are editable, not all the options. Okay, like for example, let me show you practically. So now if you want to see the profiles information, then we can able to go with that setup menu. Go to the administrator menu in the left panel. Click on manage users. Inside that we have an option called as profiles. There is a link called as profiles. So by using this profiles link, we can see all the profiles available inside the organization. So whatever the profiles are available inside the organization, including standard and custom, every profile we can see inside this option. So let me show you practically how can we see the profiles available inside the organization. What profiles are available? How can we see those profiles? Now let's see practically in this case. Now, so now here in this case. So let's go to your Salesforce instance. Go to the administrator menu in the left panel. Click on manage users. Inside this manage users, you will be having an option called as profiles. Click on this option profiles so that we can see all the profiles available inside the organization, including standard and custom also. Now, so click on this profiles link and we can see whatever the profiles are available inside my organization. Now let's see. These are the various profiles which has been given by Salesforce by default. So this is the profile name that already told you every profile should be associated with a license. So that this profile is associated with this particular license type over here. So now this profile is standard or custom. This is a, whether it is a custom or standard, we can identify by using this column called as custom column. Suppose if it is a custom profile, it will be indicating a tick mark, but the tick mark is not selected, so that this is a standard. So we can edit this one, we can clone this one, but we can't remove these standard profiles from your organization. That facility is not available. So standard profiles can't be removable, just it can be editable up to some extent only. So that here, what are the standard profiles that we have, just we can able to edit this profile and we can make it clone, but we can't remove this standard profile from your organization. We are having so many profiles are available, like as analytics cloud integration user profile, analytics cloud security user profile, authenticated website profile, and then you will be having the charter external user profile, charter free user profile, charter moderator user profile, all this thing, contract manager user profile. Like that, here we are having so many profiles has been given by Salesforce. Like a standard user profile, system administrator profile, standard platform profile, read-only profile, like that, so many profiles has been given by Salesforce, but these are all are standard, so that this custom checkbox is not selected. Suppose when you take this profile, you will be able to update only some options, not all. Suppose when you go to that standard user profile here. So now when you click on this edit button, some options are editable, some options are not editable. These we can be editable over here. These are also editable right now. But here observe this one, these are not editable. When you double click on that, nothing is happening here. Okay. So now nothing is happening in this case. That means these are purely read-only options. That means we can't customize. That is a problem. That means up to some extent means up to some options only we can edit. Remaining options we can't edit. Here also these are, okay, now let's see, these are purely read-only state here. We can't modify this one. We can't modify. These are fully, okay, read-only format here. Some options are editable, some options are read-only format. So that here, what are the standard profiles are available? Standard profiles are not fully customizable. These can be customizable up to some extent. So that don't assign standard profile to the user. Please create your own custom profile and assign the custom profile to your user. Then how can we create that custom profile? We can create the custom profile by cloning an existing one. So by cloning an existing one, we can create our own custom profile also. That facility is available. So now in this case, we can clone the existing profile and then we can able to create a new custom profile with our own name, and that profile we can able to assign to that user as well. That facility is available. Then how can we do that? Now let's see practically in this case. Now, how can we create our own custom profile? Now let's see. Creating custom profile. So how can we create this custom profile? Now let's see. So now as part of this profile, that already you know that every profile will be associated with a license. Now when coming to my profile, okay, I want to create the profiles here. So what license type of profiles? Now let's see. Now, so in this case, we can able to create our own custom profile by cloning an existing one. Then how can we do that? Now let's see. So now let's see in this case here what licenses are available with me. As part of the Salesforce has given the 2 Salesforce licenses, 3 platform licenses. From this one, how many available? I'm having 1 Salesforce license is available with me, 3 platform licenses are available with me over here. Now with these 4 licenses, I want to create 4 users. So that I want to create one profile which is associated with Salesforce license, and I want to create another profile which is associated with platform license. Okay, because I'm having 1 Salesforce license is available with me, 3 platform licenses are available with me. So that here I want to create one profile which is associated with Salesforce license, and then one more profile which is associated with platform license over there. Then how can we do that? Now let's see practically in this case. Now let's see. How can we create the profiles over here? Now I want to create, okay, I want to create a Salesforce licensed profile. Salesforce licensed profile. Now, how can we create this profile here? Let me give that notification. Let me give the navigation. Just to go to the profiles. Click on the profiles link and click on new profile button. Click on new profile button. Click on new profile button. Select the existing profile name from the pick list. Select the existing profile name from the pick list. Enter the new profile name inside the text box. Inside the text box. And then click on save button. And then click on save button. So it will be creating a new profile to you over here. Now, so this is the navigation we have to use in order to create the custom profile. Now I want to create the Salesforce licensed profile. Create the Salesforce licensed profile. In this case, select that old profile, nothing but existing profile name. I want to select that standard user. And the new profile name, I'm indicating like as some CIS Salesforce profile. I'm indicating that name as CIS Salesforce profile. Next, because here this profile will be of type Salesforce license over here, and then because we can assign this Salesforce licensed profile to one user, because here we are having 1 Salesforce license is available with me. Second one, we have 3 platform licenses, so create a platform licensed profile. Here I'm creating that profile by selecting an existing profile. That means I'm cloning an existing profile. What is that existing profile name? I'm having that standard platform user. And the new profile name is, we can give that name as CIS platform profile. CIS platform profile. These are the profiles are available over here. We need to create these 2 profiles. That means I want to create 2 profiles. One will be of type Salesforce licensed profile. Second will be platform licensed profile. So why? Because is Salesforce is providing that one Salesforce license is available with me. One platform license is also available with me. So in this case here, I want to create two profiles. One is of type Salesforce licensed profile. Second one is platform licensed profile. Now let's see how to create the profiles by using this navigation. Now let me show you practically. And then based on that, how to create the users, I will show you that. Now, so let me create these two profiles first. Let's go to that Salesforce instance. Go to the profiles. Click on new profile button in order to create a new profile by cloning an existing one. Select the existing profile which you would like to clone. We can't create the profile from the scratch. Salesforce won't allow because you may forget about some options also. For that reason, what I need to do is we need to select an existing profile and we have to make it clone. Now, so in this case, I would like to create a profile which is of type Salesforce license. So now I'm indicating this. Select that profile as standard user. This is the profile which I'm selecting. This profile will be of type what? This is the Salesforce licensed profile. This is the profile I have selected. It's indicating the license type is Salesforce license. It is indicating clearly over here. Now, because I'm having one Salesforce license is available with me, so that I'm going to be creating a new profile by giving the name over here. So I'm indicating like as some CIS Salesforce profile. I'm going to be creating a profile with the name CIS Salesforce profile. I'm creating a new profile with the name CIS Salesforce profile. Now click on Save button. Now, so now the profile has been created successfully. This is my custom profile over here, CIS Salesforce profile. This is my custom profile. Now, the next one. So now I want to create one more profile over there, okay, which is of Salesforce platform licensed type. Let's go to the profiles option. Click on new profile button in order to create a new profile. Select the profile type as standard platform user. This is a platform license profile. It is clearly indicating that this profile is associated with Salesforce platform license. Now I would like to create the profile with the name CIS platform profile. I'm going to be creating the profile by giving the name CIS platform profile. You can give any name whatever you want. Upon creating the profile, you can give any name whatever you want, depends upon your application requirement. Now click on Save button. Now a new profile has been getting created over here. CIS platform profile also has been created. So in order to create the users, we need a profile so that we are ready with the profiles also. Okay. So now I want to create that 4 users. From those 4 users, I want to assign Salesforce license to 1 user. Remaining 3 platform licenses, I want to assign to 3 different users. Okay, because I'm having one Salesforce license is available with me, one platform, 3 platform licenses are available with me. That means one Salesforce license, 3 platform licenses are available. So in this case, what needs to be done is one Salesforce license we can assign to 1 user, 3 platform licenses we can need to assign to that 3 different users. So that totally 4 licenses we can assign to that 4 different users. Now, so now let's see in this case how can we do this. Now let's see. How can we create the users inside the organization? Let me go to that navigation to manage the users. Nothing but creating the users. So now here, in order to create the user record, whatever the two things are required, okay, both are available with me. I have licenses, I have profiles. Okay, now let's see here. So here I will show you one more mechanism to see the number of licenses available here. Okay, number of licenses available. We have another way is available. Let me show you that another way also. How can we see the how many profiles are available with me, how many profiles I have used, or the how many licenses are available with me, how many we have used, how many remains. Everything we can able to see practically. Now, so now let's see in this case here how can we do that. Now, so now let's see how can we create that profile over here. How can we create the user records. Let me show you one more way in order to see the number of licenses available with me. Simply, we can go to another mechanism. Here, let me show you. In order to see the number of licenses available with you, now we can able to go with this navigation. We can go to the setup menu. You can go to the monitor menu. And from there, you will be having an option called as system overview. Okay, click on system overview. We can see all the licenses available with me. The complete Salesforce licenses available. We can able to verify that information also at one place. This is the navigation which we can use in order to see the number of licenses available with you. Now, so go to the setup menu, go to the monitor in the left panel, and then click on system overview. By using this option, we can able to see all the list of licenses available inside our organization. So now let me show you that navigation. Let's go to the monitor in the left panel. You will be having an option called as system overview. Just click on the system overview and we can see all the list of licenses available with you. Click on system overview. You will be having the option. When you come down, so now most used licenses, it is indicating that. If you want to see all, then click on show all. Then we can go back to that licenses over here. These are the user licenses. As part of Salesforce licenses, 2 is available with me totally, but 1 already in used. Okay, because one user is utilizing nothing but whatever the username and the password you are using currently, that user has been assigned with your Salesforce license. Now, so now let's see here. Here we can see that it is indicating Salesforce licenses. How many licenses are available? Total number of licenses are maximum 2. 50% it is showing in the form of green color. That means 50% utilization. 50% is available still. That means one license has been used. One license is available over here. This is indicating one license has been used. Okay. Now, so that is indicating directly we can verify in this place as well. Now let's see how can we create the users inside your organization. So once the licenses and the profiles are available, then we can start creating the users. Nothing but now let's see the user management. Now, as part of this user management, what we can do in this case? Okay, what we can do as part of this user management? Now we can able to add the users. Okay, we can able to add the users. That means users are nothing but the people who can access your Salesforce organization, who can access your applications, who can access your objects, who can access your features. So that when coming to the users, users are nothing but the people who can access your organization, applications, features, and everything. Now, in this case, Users are nothing but the people who can access the Salesforce organization from applications, features, etc. The people who are able to log in into my Salesforce account and who can access my Salesforce applications, my objects, my features, those are called as users. Those are the users of my organization. Those people can access my application, features, and everything. Now, in this case, how can we see the users' information? Whatever the users are available, okay, all the users' information we can able to see at one place. Then how can we see the users' information over here? Now let's see practically in this case. Now, in order to see the users' information, we can go to that setup menu. Okay, we can go to the setup menu. We can go to the administrator menu in the left panel. Go to that manage users. Inside that we are having an option called as users option. Okay, we have the option called as users option. So go to the setup menu. Go to the administrator menu in the left panel. Go to that manage users and then users options. From there we can able to manage the users. We can create the users, we can modify the user details, we can change the password, we can reset the password, we can deactivate the user, we can freeze the users. Everything we can do from this particular mechanism only. From this place we can manage all the users information available inside your organization. The facilities available to you. So now in this case here, how can we add these users here? Creating the users. Creating users. That means adding the users to your organization. Now, in this case here also, here this concept is not new. It is already URL. So creating the users is also involves two-step process. Okay, creating the user, that means adding a user. Nothing but today a new employee has been joined. So I'm adding that user and I'm adding that employee as a user inside my application, so that from today onwards he is also able to access my application features. He is also able to log in into my organization. He is also able to access my applications, features, objects, fields, records, everything he can able to access over there. Now, so now here in this case, when coming to the users, then how can we add the users? So at that time, we are going to follow the two-step over here. Creating the user involves two-step process. Creating the user involves the below two-step process. Now, how can we create the users inside your organization? As a step one, create the user by providing the required details. And as a step two, activate the user by using the activation link. As a step one, create the user by providing the required details. And as a step two, activate the user by using the activation which you have received to your email ID. Then, how can we create the users over here? Now let's see. Now in this case, go to that setup menu, go to the administrator, manage users, and then users. Click on new user button. In order to add a new user record, click on new user button in order to add a new user record. Enter the user first name, comma last name, title, company, department, designation, division, alias name, nickname, email ID, profile, and the license. We have to enter all these details and then we have to click on save button. Click on save. Then what it will do, the observation is, it will create a new user record and that user activation link will be sending to the user's email ID. It will create a new user inside the organization and will send the user activation link to the specified email ID. To the specified email ID. Activate the user, okay, by using this activation link. So now here it will be sending that activation link to that user's email ID. Then we have to activate the user, same step. Okay, this process already we did during our creating the Salesforce account. Then how can we deactivate the user? Open the email received from Salesforce. Click on verify account button. Enter the password and confirm password. Select the security question and answer. Click on save or change password. Then in this case, the observation is it will reset the user password and will redirect the user. The Salesforce. From there, user can perform his own operation from there onwards. These are the two simple steps are available which we need to follow upon creating a new user card in Salesforce. Now let's see. Then how can we create the user? Now let's see the practical part. And then you can create that remaining users also. Now. Now let's see, I would like to create a user here. I'm having 4 licenses are available. With this one, I would like to create 4 users. Okay. I'm having 4 licenses are available with me. I want to create 4 users. Create the below 4 users. Create the below 4 users inside the organization. So because here I'm having Salesforce license is available with me, platform license is also available with me over here. Okay, I'm having Salesforce license. Along with that, I'm having platform license also. Okay, now. So now here in this case here, let's see what we can do. Create the Salesforce licensed user. Okay, create the Salesforce licensed user. For this one, I would like to give the user name as development user. I'm giving the name as development user. You can give any name, Ramesh Kumar, Pawan Kumar, whatever you want. You can give any username. And then create the platform licensed user also. Create the platform licensed user also. So how many licenses are available with me? I'm having 3 licenses are available with me. So 3 users I want to create. Here I'm having 1 license is available. 1 license available. For your confirmation, I'm giving this point. 3 licenses available. I want to create 3 users over here. The first one is testing user. Second one, manager user. Third one, customer user. These are the 3 users I would like to add. Okay, by using these 3 separate platform licenses. Each platform license will be assigning to a separate user. Okay, each platform license will be assigning to a separate user. So the totally 4 licenses are available. I want to create 4 users. Salesforce license I want to assign to the development user. Platform licenses I want to assign to these 3 users: testing user, manager user, and customer user. Now, so let me show you how can we create the user inside the organization. Now let's see practically. Now, so now let's see in this case how can we create a user in Salesforce. So let's go to the Salesforce instance. Let's create the new user. Now, go to that manage users. Click on users link. I want to create a new user record over here. Click on users link. So this is the user that we have. Training.batch332@cs.com. This is the user is available who is utilizing that sales system administrator profile. Okay, he is using that system administrator profile over there. Now this user is in active status right now. I want to create a new user. So click on new user button. Okay, click on new user button to add a new user. Now it is providing the user interface to provide the details to create a new user record. Specify the user's first name. I'm indicating like as user last name as development. So I'm indicating that alias name it will be preparing automatically. Email ID, I'm giving my email ID here, personal email ID. So now the username, I'm indicating username, okay, Firoz.crm 332. I'm indicating like a 332 at the rate some gmail.com or some cis.com. I'm indicating Firoz.crm 332. Instead of this one, we can able to specify this is a development user, right? I'm indicating dev user. Okay, dev user 332 at the rate cis.com. I'm going to be indicating this nickname also. I'm giving this nickname. Title, I'm going to be indicating he is a developer. Company like as some MNC. Department like as some development. Division some IT division. Now select the license. Okay, selecting the license is mandatory and selecting the profile also mandatory. Even though the role is looking like as mandatory, but this is not mandatory, this is an optional. Upon creating the user record, role is not mandatory. It will look like as mandatory, but this is not mandatory. You may select, you may not select. But license is also mandatory, profile also mandatory. I'm selecting that license like as Salesforce license. It is indicating the available license types. This is the Salesforce license, this is Salesforce platform license. So I'm having one Salesforce license is available with me. That's what this name will be indicating to you. Whatever the licenses are available, only those license names will be getting visible over here. Salesforce license is available with me, so it is indicating that. Before that here, before that, let me show you inside my system overview. Let's see. I'm having one Salesforce license is available with me. One Salesforce license is available. 50% is utilized, 50% is remains right now. Now I'm selecting that license type. I'm selecting the license as Salesforce license. So select the license type as Salesforce. So related to the Salesforce license, whatever the profiles are available, those will be getting visible inside the profile option. We can see the profile. What profile you want to use? I want to use my own profile which I have created, that is CIS Salesforce profile. Okay, CIS Salesforce profile. Now, and then click on save button. So as soon as once you click on save button, the new user record will be getting created with this name dev user 332@cis.com. This is the username. This is a username. So now here Salesforce will be creating this user, and then this user account activation link will be sending to the email ID. So let's go to your email account, and from there you can able to activate that account over here. You can activate that user. Go to the Gmail. Click on this link. I'm logging into my email account here. So we have received the email notification from Salesforce. So now click on, okay, verify account button. This is the user dev user 332@cs.com. Click on verify account button. Now change the password. You know this concept here. No change. Okay, same story. I'm giving the password. I'm giving the confirm password also. Select the security question and give the answer. Now click on change password. So now it will be redirecting the user to that Salesforce account directly over here. Okay, it will redirect the user directly to that Salesforce account.
Sir, I have a quick question, sir.
Yes.
So I'm working in an organization, and the admin person create a profile on me. Unfortunately, I leave the company. So what will they do with my profile?
Yeah, they will be deactivating your user. I will show you the next concepts. Okay, because as part of this user management, we'll see how can we deactivate the user if the person is leaving from the company.
Okay.
Now we'll see that concept here. That is tomorrow's session part.
Okay.
Now I would like to go back to that classic mode. So click on switch it to Salesforce Classic. Now this user is having which type of license? This user is having Salesforce license. So the Salesforce license is granting the access on what features? All the features, all standard, all custom. So when you verify the application names, everything we can able to see. You can see all the application names. Like, okay, custom applications also he can access, standard applications also he can access. Everything he can able to access. So that whenever I'm going to be assigning the Salesforce license to the user, that user can able to access all the functionalities, including all standard, including all the custom as well. Okay, now from now onward, this user can able to log in with his username. This is the username and then password. Next, like the similar way, create the remaining 3 users also over here by selecting platform license. Let me show you that. Now, let me log out from this user account. I'm logging into my Salesforce account over here, administrator account. Now, so let's see the system overview now. Refresh this user interface. Now let's see. It is indicating that Salesforce licenses 100% full, red color mark, nothing but, so no more available. All the licenses are full. Okay, all the licenses are full. We'll be having that. So like we don't have any Salesforce licenses. We are having that platform licenses are available. Next. Now let's create that one platform license user. Go to manager user, manage users, and click on users option. So now we have added that development user here. Now I'm creating one more user. Specify the user name, click as user manager. Email ID, I'm giving the same email ID. User name, I'm indicating that. Manager user 332 @gmail.com or @cis.com. Manager user 332. Title, he is a test engineer. He is a manager. Company, some MNC. Department, some development. Division, some IT. Now when you select this licenses, now observe this one. Salesforce option is not visible. Why? Because Salesforce licenses are full. No Salesforce licenses available with you. So that name is not possible, not visible to you. No platform licenses are available. So select that Salesforce platform. What are the related profiles are available? Now we can select. So now I would like to select the profile as CIS platform user. Platform profile, I'm selecting this one. Now click on save. So now a new user will be getting created over here. A new user has been created with the name, okay, manager user, okay, 332 @cis.com. I'm placing this user names. Now let's activate that user account over here. Go to your email. We have received an email notification from Salesforce. Click on verify account button. Specify the password and confirm password. Better you can give the same password for all the 4 users. Or else you have to maintain an Excel sheet. Username, password, username, password, like that.
So what if we have created a user and we have not activated, till what time the license will be there assigned to them?
Sorry?
If we have created a user and we have not activated it, so till what time the license will be assigned to that user?
No. License will be automatically assigned. Then if you did not activated that, then we have to deactivate the user and then you have to make it get the license back. Okay. Now, so now this is the platform license we have assigned. Let's go to that user. Go back to the classic mode. Let's see what kind of features he can able to access. He is having platform license. Platform license is concentrating on what? Purely on custom, not standard. When you verify these applications, you can see only platform application, nothing but custom applications. Merck Story Pulse, okay, talent acquisition process. These are the applications you can able to access. Remaining applications you can't access because Platform licenses are granting the access on purely custom functionalities, custom applications, custom objects. These are the features which will be actually able to accessible with the user, along with a few standard objects like as account, contact, document, task, event, like that. Not all the objects here. Opportunity, lead, campaign, case, solution, we can't access through platform license. That is a problem. It depends upon the license type, okay, features will be different. Okay, so now here in this case, let's come back from this user account, log in into your Salesforce account right now. I'm logging into my Salesforce account. That means that is administrator account. Now let's go to the system overview right now. Let's see what will happen. Now it is indicating Salesforce platform. One license we have used, two licenses are remains. Maximum 3, one is utilized, nothing but 33% will be utilized, 67% is available. So with those two licenses, we can create two more users. What two users you need to create? Testing user and then customer user. Okay, so now try to create this user today here. So now once you're done with the users management, users concept, then tomorrow we'll see how to manage these users. I will show you in tomorrow's concept over here. Okay, so now this is the task for you today. Okay, create the users, create the custom profile, create these 4 users. Okay, 2 profiles you have to create. One Salesforce licensed profile, second one platform licensed profile. I have given the clear names to you. Here you can change your names here, whatever you want. You can give your own names over here and then create the custom profiles as well, and then create the users as well inside your organization. Create these users today. Tomorrow I will show you how to manage these users, how to deactivate and how to freeze. Everything we'll see practically in tomorrow's session as usual. Okay. Now.
Sir, you said you will